Hey there everybody, hope your day's going well. Jacared Old School Gaming here, and welcome back to another Thoughtful Thursday. Well, 4 years, 5 years, because it's been 4 years since I first started uploading the first Intermediary Vlog and Super Mario World, and, 5 years since I began recording everything. God damn. Okay, so what have I learned over the past year? The first thing I've learned is I need to keep recording. I just need to, because when I went back to 7 Days to Die to check out all the 2.0 upgrades, as well as the subsequent, like, point 1 plus patches, I spent a very, very long time streaming. Like, some of the streams were shorter, but some were nearly 12 hours long, which just left, first off, was little to be desired for anyone to rewatch it as a VOD, and as well as leaving me just feeling completely burnt out. So, for the future, for any future, which technically for me also includes, like, going back to Gears of War Reloaded. Yeah, I'm going to limit myself to a 4-hour stream at the most. Well, maybe 6 hours in case of, like, open worlds, like 7 Days to Die or anything like that, because I can definitely return to 7 days when, like, 3.0 officially drops. Now, of course, like, the 4 to 6 hours is not just it's not an absolute cutoff. It's not like, 4 hours, bye. No, okay, 4 hours have passed, let me get to a point where I feel safe enough to save, close out, maybe raid out to someone else, or, who knows, And honestly, that can take a little while, but eventually I will get there. Now, apart from the full-length videos, I have learned that there are some decently tasty zero-sugar alternatives. Because when I was first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I thought it would be extremely difficult, or damn near impossible, to find zero-sugar alternatives. Turns out, it's not all that difficult. There are certain things that almost instantly get converted into sugar, like pretty much any bread or potatoes, which I don't have to cut those out entirely, I just can't overindulge in them. And whenever I'm out shopping in the store, I do keep an eye out for other zero sugar things. Obviously, water is zero sugar. But sometimes I'll be in the shop before work, and it's just, okay, I need to grab, a couple things and then run off to work. I don't have time to specifically, go around and actually look through the shop. And the hell, as always, if there are any suggestions for zero sugar, or alternatively, no sugar added, which is fine, I can keep an eye out. I worked Walmart for 3.5 years, and I avoid that place like one might avoid the plague. But, even other stores, there is a general consensus of organization. Like the cookies. There are many different brands of different types of cookies and wafers and whatnot, and they are generally organized by brand. It's just, here's all the Keebler, here's all the Chips Ahoy, here's all the Oreo, and so on and so forth. So, if there's any suggestion, I can usually go into the relevant aisle and find exactly what I'm looking for. Now, okay, so, that covers at least what I've learned. I'll get more into, why I need to constantly record more in a bit, but my goal for 2026, because my goal for 2025 was to hit 300 subs from 212. I haven't even broken past 250. I mean, right now I'm looking at an even 250. I maybe it's just because of how niche my content is that I don't pop up on a lot of people's radar, which I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can definitely make a very very slow climb, and I can eventually get to the point of, well, of monetizing some things. I highly doubt most of my streams would ever be able to be monetized, given how much I swear. But at least other things can potentially get monetized. Maybe I can make a small amount of money, and it would kind of be a motivation to keep going and keep recording more and more. Well, I mean, how having fun is my main motivation, and being able to earn money would be even more of a motivation. Yeah, and I'm not going to sell out and jump into whatever the most popular thing is, whatever the newest release is, just because it's popular. If I see some, like hell with Gears of War Reloaded, it was mainly because I just wanted to play Gears of War, and it was fun, and still will be fun for me. But yeah, and hell, I'll just do what I enjoy and be genuine, and eventually people will come to me. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, my goal for 2026 is actually going to be the same as 2025, to hit 300 subs. Which, I mean, instead of, which last year would have been 88 subs, now I'm only asking for 50. So, yeah, please subscribe. Now, the announcements. Actually, I'm going to be breaking announcements into four parts. The first right now, is new and recurring top fans, which I mean, I have them listed right here, and just because of my OCD, it's not really who commented first or who has the most comments. It's in alphabetical order, just to help keep things organized. And this is just the number of comments that I've read out from the start of 2025 until the end of 2025. I'm not including the ones now. I mean, hell, like, because as I'm recording this, just not even a full 2 weeks in December, but as I am recording this, there's still going to be more from 2025. Hell, once I get into February's dedicated comment shoutouts, then that's going to be the final comments that came in on 2025. Not to say that any videos before that I'm not going to shout out comments anymore. Hell, if someone wants to leave a comment on an older video, I'll see it. If someone replies to a comment, I won't see it, just because of the way YouTube organizes things. Instead of the newest, it's just, oh hey, here's the most relevant. Yeah, I still think YouTube's full of crap for that. But anyway, so, but before I continue rambling on, let me get into, well, who are the top fans up to the end of 2025. Well, at least in terms of the number of comments that I have shouted out. So, first we have Ashbury. Yes. Yeah, only 6 comments, but thank you for the comments. All the comments do help, even those who only leave 1 or 2 comments. Yeah, all the comments do help. It's just how Ash has left 6 different comments by the end of 2025, or by the time I finished shouting out in 2025. That's what I mean. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna leave it at. Okay, then there is Chaz. Yes, Chaz has left a total of 13 comments on all my videos. Yeah, hey, thank you. And I would definitely look forward to possibly doing a collab on maybe something other than Gears of War in the future, or hell, Gears of War 2, as far as I know, there's no remake in the works, but, I mean, hell, if there is, that would be fantastic. Because then it would make it much easier to find a way to collab, rather than going through, like, all the Xbox Live crap, and it's just, okay, hold on, how do we do this now? Yeah, anyway, so let's get into the next shout out to Frizetti. Frizetti with a record-breaking 72 individual comments. But that also includes all the comments from your previous channel that was deleted. Thankfully, I did take screenshots, so it's just, hey, at least I have the screenshots, even if the comments aren't there anymore. And of course, anytime I would have shouted out a comment and then let you know I shouted out the comment, all those comments were deleted. Yeah, thanks, YouTube. I mean, it's kind of crap that you got deleted, but I mean, hell, you've already surpassed well over 700 subs already. Damn. Wish I could climb that fast, but whatever. It is what it is. I don't care at that much. It's just I kind of wish that I could have such a significant climb as well. Okay, then we have Icy Roserod, which I believe is one of Frizetti's alternatives. But I mean, a total of 30 comments. I haven't seen any new comments from Icy Roserod, but hell, yeah, having 30, that's nothing to sneeze at. Then Moranthus, who left, well, okay, Moranthus is a special case, because there was 15 comments, all left within, like, a 10-minute window on a bunch of different videos all at once. Which, of course, like I said, when I shouted out all those comments, YouTube stopped informing me after, like, the second comment, because YouTube kind of started flagging them as spam, or as a bot, which, given that you've never left another comment since, I don't know, kind of makes me think maybe YouTube is onto something in this one instance. Yeah, especially like 15 comments all within 10 minutes on a whole bunch of different videos. Yeah, maybe you were a bot. I don't know, maybe not. If I'm wrong, I'll fully admit to being wrong, but as it looks now, yeah, maybe Moranthus was indeed a bot. So, moving on to the next one, there is Snorlaxer. Yes, Snorlaxer, similar to Icy Roserod, with 30 comments in total. So, hey, thank you. I haven't seen any comments too recently, but hell, thank you for all the comments you have left. Any full view, not just a couple minutes in, any full view from start to finish of an entire video, it helps a lot. And so does any comments, helps push it out a little more. Yeah, so then there's the next one, Southern Mama, with 10 different comments that I've shouted out over 2025. And yeah, there's not much more to say. Hey, thank you for all the comments. Oh, then Wei Chun, yes, Wei Chun, leaving a total of 28 comments. From the start up to what I finished shouting out with December's Thoughtful Thursday. Yeah, 28 comments in total. And I think a part like maybe you're just not too interested in things other than Pokemon, because I know that's where you came from, and how that's how you subscribed and all that good stuff. I think, are you waiting for more Pokemon content? Because let's see, I've got Pokemon Snap finished. I've got Pokemon Pinball in the works. God, that's annoying and rage-inducing. Yeah, but yeah, I'll get to that in a little bit. And as for second gen Pokemon, I've got only a handful of things. I've got, what, 2 of the 16 badges in the works, and I'm still slowly grinding everyone up. It takes a while. Yeah, so, I mean, hell, if there's anything that doesn't require as much, well, I guess Pokemon doesn't require that much work, but because of me, because of what I did through the whole through the whole, like, first gen, through all the different all the journeys and all the going from city to city, or sometimes it wasn't always city to city, sometimes it was like point to point, but then with all the Poketalks in between, that does take quite a while to get through. So, I mean, hell, if there's anything else, I can definitely consider it. I can't remember if you commented or if someone else commented suggestions on other things, but I'm open to suggestions. As for whether or not I will do them, that lies with me. And hell, not just Wei Chun, because Wei Chun has been here for a long time, but hell, if anyone has any suggestions for any games, I can definitely, at the very least, take them into consideration and do some looking onto whether or not I would actually want to do them. Anyway, that sent me into a bit of a ramble, just talking about top fans that have been here for a very long time. The final new top fan to give a shout out to would be Yetia, because Yetia left a total of 6 comments. Honestly, I'm going to, I think for like anything in the future, any top fans in the future, I'm going to start increasing the number of comments people would have to leave in order to either become or remain top fans. Because it's just leave a few comments within a few minutes and you'll be a top fan forever. It's just, at least try to stay interactive, even if it's only every once in a while. I'm going to start increasing the number of comments for someone to remain a top fan or to become a top fan. Yeah, and that is it for the top fan announcements. As for like how things will look in the future of like what releases and when, I unfortunately don't have much of a backlog right now. I'm kind of struggling to go through Oblivion. I mean, I am starting to sneak in some progress, like trying to get at least 1 episode done a week. I'm currently looking at 25 episodes strong. And hell, I did actually start and finish the original 85 Super Mario Bros. Well, the remake on the All-Stars for Super Nintendo, but that ended up only being 5 total episodes. I did, at least at the time of this recording, I did start and finish Pokemon Snap, which ended up being 7 episodes total. It was fun, but at the same time it was kind of quick. And I did mention just a little while ago, I started Pokemon Pinball, but oh dear God, as rage-inducing as that is, oh dear God, I try to hit it. I tried to hit it to the right. It goes left. I try to hit it left. It goes right. I try to hit in the goddamn red field. I try to hit it into that Bellsprout to activate catch mode. And it's like, oh, no. Oh, God damn it, no. No, not that way. God damn it. What the ever-living hell? Ugh. I do not understand what in the ever-living hell I cannot do right when it comes to Pokemon Pinball. Like, is there... I try to hit the, I try to tilt it. Like, try to hit it up or to the left or to the right. Like, you know, not just the paddles, but the, just like, oh, hit this, try to hit it. Oh, God damn it. And then there are many times where it just, like, goes, yeah, boom, straight down, and I've lost that ball, I've lost everything. And Pokemon do not carry over, like, from a game over. If they did, it would not be nearly as bad. but the fact that it's just, oh hey, you have to catch a Pokemon, and if it evolves, you have to fully evolve it in order to register the entire line in the Pokedex. Hell on earth is what describes Pokemon, the first gen Pokemon Pinball. I am not looking forward to what in the hell Pokemon... Yeah, it's Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. That is going to be even more hell on earth. Especially with how many more Pokemon by third gen. Yeah, I'm doing one of those a week. Just one, and that is it. That is the... Yeah, that is the cutoff, because I'm not giving myself an aneurysm going through that. Yeah. Apart from that, I am, well, okay. I've only done the test run for Blood Rain, which was a very, very quick, 7 minutes. And it was done and over very quickly, and I've already reviewed it. Blood Rain is just the latest game in the wheel of Let's Plays that I'll be doing eventually. Yeah, that shouldn't take super duper long, but it just takes a while to record, edit, and then wait for the edit to render out, and then review it, so that way I can say, yes, it's good. There have been a few times where I'm just, what in the ever-living hell happened to that edit? That's not right. So I had to go back, re-edit, and then re-review, and it's just, okay, that's much better. Because sometimes in the editor, when I put in pictures, it just shows, picture! Taking up the entirety of the thing. And normally, I would want to reduce that, put it somewhere around me. But occasionally, I forget to do that, and it's just, as I don't pay too much attention when I'm waiting for things to render out. And then, when it comes time to wait, or to review it, I'm just, well, what in the ever-living hell? What's with the giganto picture right there? Okay, load back up, and, okay, where was it? Okay, it was right here. Reduce that, re-render the whole thing, now review the whole thing. Hey, that picture's much better. and then there are other times where it's just, what in the ever-living hell happened to the sound? I have to go back in and just go, okay, what happened? Oh, okay, maybe it was around here. Let me re-edit the whole thing, now re-render the whole thing, now re-review the whole thing. Oh hey, that was much better. Like I said, it just takes a while to get through all of that. So what I'm thinking is that, well, Morrowind will continue at least until the final Saturday of February, actually. Yeah, because that's how long Morrowind will be able to run. And then, what I'm going to do is, Intermediary Vlog 6 will kind of transition into, instead of a new Let's Play series, it'll be just supercuts of Morrowind until I run out, which will buy me an extra 25 weeks. Well, 26 if you want to include Intermediary Vlog 7. Or, yeah, 7. Now, because, with Super Mario, with the original Super Mario Bros. on Super Mario All-Stars, that's 5. Then Pokemon Snap, that's another 7. That's only 12 more videos. Well, I guess if you want to include the intermediary vlogs, that would be, 14 more? That's not enough. And yeah, because if I were to just release Morrowind Supercuts only on Tuesdays, and then release regular Let's Plays once a week, on Saturday, yeah, 12 weeks. I suppose, like I said, with Oblivion, I'm at 25 episodes. With Blood Rain, I've only done the test run. I haven't actually recorded an actual episode yet to go through. The test run was mainly just to make sure all sounds and everything came through, which they did. Then, yeah, there's Pokemon Pinball, which at the moment I've got 2. Then Well, okay, I suppose second gen Pokemon, but I mean, like I said, because of the way I did first gen Pokemon and the way I want to do second gen Pokemon, ugh, yeah, I would have to because with the first gen Pokemon, I recorded all the Poketalks as I went along because I knew first gen Pokemon. I don't know second gen Pokemon, so once I finish it, then I can record the Poketalks. Then I can come out with it because I've got 7 finalized Stadium episodes. I have the 8th episode is kind of split in half because it's like Togepi's run, but like Togepi is not the only one that can do that. Also Ammonite. So sometime in the future, once I eventually get Ammonite, then I can just run Ammonite through it and then finalize that episode. That's gonna be something. Yeah, and then the core episodes, I've got 13 total. That's from the very beginning to all the way to getting the second badge in Azalea Town. 13 total episodes. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a long ways to go there. Yeah, so I don't want to start releasing Oblivion because then it will feel like, okay, I need to get more done. I need to get more done. And it will feel more like a job than fun. And hell, same with, well, second gen Pokemon is its own beast. And yeah, so yeah, like I'm saying, having 25 weeks with all the Morrowind supercuts instead of being forced to produce more. And I sure as hell don't want to go on hiatus. So, yeah, that's honestly the best solution. But, yeah, now for the third part of announcements. Because when the supercuts for Morrowind go on Saturdays, what would that mean for Tuesdays? Because, like I said, I have it to where Tuesdays are for supercuts when I don't stream for one reason or another. Well, last year when I retired Diablo 2, yeah, and then just jumped back in the 7 Days to Die, there was, well, technically there was a poll, but I just foregoed the poll decision. I just went, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to make my own decision, and I jumped in the 7 Days to Die. I did like that, because instead of waiting around for votes on the poll and just like checking it every single day, it was just, I'm making my own damn decision, which was nice. It was nice to be able to make my own decision, but I do want to bring back the polls on X Twitter. And I will be kind of switching back and forth between the game voted for and then making my own decision. So it's essentially, well, it will have already happened by the time this comes out, but January will start a poll, and it'll be like, because I have a very, very long list of like, I don't know, like 30 some games that I would like to stream at some point, and then the thing is, whenever I'm thinking of, okay, or rather whenever I get well, maybe not a new game, just a game new to me, I just roll a d20 and I'm just, okay, where on the list of the 30-something Let's Plays do the Dice Gods want me to put it? And then the January poll as well as any future poll, it'll just be, what is the top 4? And then put those on the poll, because I can't yeah, I can't make a poll larger than 4 options. So it'll just be, over on X Twitter, just, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, which of these games would you like me to see? And of course, because I cannot vote, in the event of a tie, or hell, in the event of absolutely 0 votes at all, then I'll just make the decision myself. And then, like I said, because Tuesdays were normally going to be the supercuts of games I've already uploaded, but that goes to Tuesdays, So that question is, how do I transition? Well, that kind of depends. Any game that is voted for, whether the game I have actually played before, or maybe I've never played before, wherever the ending comes up, it's just, okay, that's the end, thanks for watching, next week will be 100% my decision. However, when it's a game that is my decision, let's say it's a game I've played before, most likely I'll know where the end comes up, so I'll be able to go like, hey, next week is going to be the end, and now maybe I'll go a little over the 4 to 6 hours just to wrap it up and go through credits and maybe any extra content on, well, some games do have that. Yeah, and, it's, it'll be, like, okay, that's, okay, because I know, in games that I have played, I will know, okay, this is the absolute final one, the final stream for this game, so make sure to vote in what comes next, because I'm leaving the decision in everyone else's hands. However, the, let's say it's a game that I chose, that maybe I've never played before, and then all of a sudden, boom, here's the end. Oh, well, I don't have a poll ready, obviously, at that point. So, what I will do instead is, the next week, I'll spend maybe 2 hours, give or take, going, just like, playing through something that really doesn't require too much, maybe something like Fortnite. I'll just go through that for a couple hours and say, and kind of pen my own comment that'll say, oh, hey, make sure to vote on whatever comes next, whatever you want to see next out of the 4 options in the current poll. Now that was quite the rambling on. Now, for the fourth and fun part of announcements, for future reviews, because Sword Art Online, well, there's the one more progressive movie, along with 2 seasons of the Sword Art Online alternative, Gun Gale Online. Yeah, honestly, because that's just going to be 3 more months, unless there is something I don't know about yet, which, I mean, is a possibility. Now, I have already made my decision on what I'll be doing after Sword Art Online ends. I mean, it'll still be, like, the review recap format as I've done with newer Thoughtful Thursdays, but like, what I've made my decision on is actually going to be a significant help with, just because of how quick it's going to be going through it all. So, yeah, so once again, just so I can continue building more of a backlog for more Let's Plays on Saturday. Yeah, as for exactly what it is I'll be doing, I'll leave that as a surprise for May. Unless something new for Sword Art Online, Gun Gale Online pops up, then it'll be April. Or, no, June. I'm going the other way. Yeah. Now, as for what I have reviewed, yes, well, I'm still technically going through Sword Art Online, and yeah, the second progressive movie, 2 seasons of Gun Gale Online. There was an announcement of another movie in the works back in 2022 when Shizero of Deep Night was released, but it essentially, that movie's in production hell. It's never coming up. There has been no official announcements beyond just that a movie is in the works. Well, yeah, no kidding, a movie is in the works. When the hell is something more going to be announced? But I've been constantly looking, and it's just there's nothing more. There's absolutely nothing more about it. It's just it's in the works. That's nice. Does it take over 4 years to get it done? But whenever a trailer comes out, I'll definitely take a look at it. And whenever it comes, if it's a movie, obviously it'll be in theaters. I'll make a quick little tweet, post on it, and yeah, and that'll be it until I can actually view it at home. At which point, then I'll do a review of it. As for when, well, the anniversary Thoughtful Thursday, it'll be kind of a, oh hey, before I continue with what I was doing, let me just take a quick moment to talk about this, so to wrap up what I have already done in the past, and then resume what I've been doing. Now, as for the way I did the reviews, in retrospective, holy crap. It was never, ever my intention to do a play-by-play recap of every single episode. It was supposed to be a quick summary of every episode within 1 to 2 breaths, and then give my thoughts on the situation characters are in. And while I did do that, it was... the first two took a full week. A full week. Not just to edit, but to wait for all the rendering out and then finally getting around to the damn reviews. That's also a small portion of what threw me back on getting more Let's Plays done. It was just, holy crap, what the hell? Yeah, so I wish I would have done something more along the lines of what I do now. Just, a quick 1 to 2 breaths of each episode, with maybe a few extra breaths talking about my thoughts on the situations people are in, and then done, and move on to the next episode. Not spending 3 damn hours making a record, edit down to 2.5 hours, and then spend a full week waiting for it to just render out. God damn. I mean, apart from that, I did enjoy going back to Sword Art Online once again. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. There are plenty of flaws, but personally, I find it enjoyable from start to at least where it is now. There's always a potential for more because there's the Unital Ring arc, which may one day come out. Another progressive movie may come out. More of the Gun Gale Online alternative can come out, so on and so forth. So, as for the games that have previously and are still in upload, well, in retrospect, with first-gen Pokemon, I think I pretty much mentioned before that I wish I would have kind of spread things out a little more, with more separate catching montage, like putting the Lieutenant Surge's Thunder badge as well as Sabrina's Marsh badge in their own individual episodes rather than just part of the journey through their respective cities. Oh, right, and the formatting for the videos, because the very first Pokemon First Gen Supercut ended up being almost 12 hours because of the absolutely horrible, atrocious, poor quality format I was using at the beginning. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, I could create a 12-hour supercut almost. But the problem with that is that the audio lag, as well as the not just audio lag, the complete absence of audio in some things. God damn, what the hell? I wish I would have, because the main problem was the formatting of the videos. I thought .mp4 was always MPEG-4, but no, it turns out there's a number of different formatting of videos that still have the MP4 format at the end, and it's just, oh, well, okay, at least I know that. Wish I would have noticed things a lot sooner, because I was essentially, part of the main reason things took so damn long to render out is because I was essentially forcing videos to change their format from one to another. Yeah, as for Morrowind, god damn. Okay. I wish that I would have not only acquired that Night Eye spell a lot earlier, but used it a lot more often in the earlier days. Because as I was recording them, I could see perfectly fine. I actually turned up the contrast in-game to be able to see better, and things were perfectly fine for me. I was not paying too much attention when like in the video when editing. It was when reviewing, I'm just, what the hell? And I couldn't really do anything because most likely I had already recorded the next several episodes by the time I got around to reviewing something, which is kind of something that's held up to today. and yeah, I didn't want to redo it because, I mean, while there were plenty of things in Morrowind that I had experienced, there were also plenty of things I hadn't experienced, and I wanted genuine reactions. Yeah, but I don't know why, but for some reason the way OBS captured it, because I wasn't going through I wasn't going through the Steam version of Morrowind. I have the discs somewhere behind me. Yeah, I have the physical discs that were actually bought from a store, not a digital download. So it became, so I don't know, maybe it's because of that, but OBS recorded it as it would look through default settings. I eventually just decided to leave things on default so that way I would see exactly how OBS was recording it, and it definitely became significantly better. Oh yeah, and the other thing I wish I would have noticed a hell of a lot earlier would be different saves for every single recording session. Because goddamn that. Yeah, going through the Ball Malogmer, I had never gone through Ball Malogmer before, and I'm just, wow, this is really neat, this is cool. And then the entire record was just lost, and because I had overwritten the save before I started it, I couldn't do anything. I really could not do a damn thing about it, so, yeah. Yeah, as for how long each video ended up being because of how long I was recording, well, what can I say? I was having so much fun that I barely noticed how long, or just how much time had passed and how long I was recording. I was just having so much fun going through the game. Now, as for the different games I've streamed, well, okay, I'm going to have to go through all of them once more, just partly because I've never done a what would I change about them. Yeah, because I do that for the regular Let's Plays in Intermediary Vlogs, but there's no Intermediary Vlog for streaming. So I'll just start doing that in these anniversary Thoughtful Thursdays. Yeah, so it's gonna take a little while. So, 7 Days to Die. Wow. Yeah, again, in retrospective, I really wish I would have known about tethering an internet connection beforehand. I honestly didn't discover how to tether until, at least in the alpha streams, until the last two. Or was it just the last one? I forget. I'm still kicking myself for not realizing that, because it's just, goddamn, those streams were so much smoother than anything before. At least with the 2.0 and the 0.1 plus whatever, I already knew that. So there were a few connection issues here and there, but and hell, not just with 7 Days Die, but with plenty of others. But I usually, whenever something like that happens, I can usually resolve it within a few moments, at least, of someone pointing it out to me. Because sometimes I don't even notice until it's like well into like goddamn. Now the question is, what would I change about 7 Days to Die? Maybe rather, what would I not change? Because I would not have taken out so much and added so very little. Because with the with that 2.0, which was called the Storms Brewing update, there was a it became a quest line where it's like, oh, enter a new biome, and you start getting negatively affected by the element of the biome itself. Which personally, I didn't mind. I saw it kind of as an RPG element, as an introduction to each biome after the Pine Forest. And it was just like, oh hey, it's kind of an RPG quest to introduce you to each biome. Just go in, do some significant things in this biome. Like hell, with the burnt forest, kill a bunch of burnt zombies and like loot a few containers and craft the thing that would make it so you can survive a lot easier in that biome. And loot some containers and oh yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, like harvest some coal because that is very significant in the burnt biome. But then they changed like the badge system to some craftable outfit BS that was just that somehow they all the outfits stack up on each other and like but they don't show. It's just like what in the ever living hell? So you change it from just like a fun little oh hey here's a badge to signify that you've passed the challenge of the burnt forest. So hey now you can survive in the burnt forest. But then they change it to where, oh, you always have to wear this outfit, otherwise you're screwed. Excuse me? What? How in the ever-living hell does that make sense? As for removing jars, honestly, I didn't mind. Because I kind of understand the need to reduce static. But, I mean, honestly, they could have done more. They could have reduced just how many jars pop up, because I can't remember if it was on stream or one of my solo worlds off stream, but it was I had like because like I had like crates in the ground, and those crates do well. The previous alpha crates held actually quite a bit of items in them. Just like they had quite a number of slots. I had like 5 different of those crates, 5 different ones filled to the brim. I was thinking of creating another crate in the floor, and then I think it might have been like Alpha 20, and then Alpha 21 was about to drop. I'm just, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go with Alpha 21, start over, and I think Alpha 21 was the one I streamed, maybe. No, I can't remember exactly. Not as though it matters anymore. And yeah, another thing I do realize is that anything new written into the game code has to fall within the confines of the current game structure, otherwise everything falls apart. I do understand that. But sometimes some of the features just plain suck. Like I think once the game is fully released, because I don't think 3.0 is going to be like the full release. I would definitely like to see 3.0 eventually, but yeah, but once the game is a full release, at the end of any month where I'm streaming it, I can definitely hold a poll to see like, hey, what kind of quality of life mods would people like to see me add to the game? And eventually, one time after that, eventually I can retire vanilla, and then after a while, I can come back to it with some kind of overhaul mod once that has been fully fleshed out. Because like once a full release actually drops, it'll take a while for an overhaul mod to be fully fleshed out. So I'll go into vanilla, have some fun with that, and then eventually go into a full overhaul mod. Oh boy, then there was Super Smash Bros. Wow. So, with the original 64 Smash Bros., I was actually able to 100% unlock everything in the game. And out of the different Smash games that I have played, that's probably the one I've spent the second most time on, with the Wii Brawl version being the first, which, I hell, that's a potential... I don't know if it'll be on the January poll right now, as I'm recording this, but it could be. And if it's not, then it's either a potential for a future stream, whether I choose it, or maybe it gets voted on and chosen for me. But nothing I personally would have done differently in there. As for the Melee version, I never actually played the GameCube version before. And then I just went on the stream and I'm just, oh hey, cool. What the hell do I do? Well, the controller itself was different to any other controller I've ever held, because I mean, hell, technically that was... Not only had I never played the GameCube version of Smash Bros. Before, I had never played a GameCube game before, period. Thankfully, the retro store I went to had a proper GameCube controller, not a third-party iteration with what the ever-living hell are these buttons. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. I just wish I could have gotten further in those challenges. Which brings me into what would I change? Well, in the original 64 version, nothing. Nothing at all. It was a perfect introduction to an All-Stars lineup. It didn't have everything that the Melee version has, but I mean it was absolutely perfect as is. I was able, like I said, I was able to unlock everything quite easily, and even for me, that's saying something. The Melee version, however, I would have at the very least put had the option for a lower difficulty, especially on those damn challenges. It almost it kind of, in a way, felt like they were, with this one, they were just throwing everything at the wall to see what stuck. And some things definitely stuck with the, I know some things definitely stuck with the Wii version. And some things were improved on. I don't know the challenges. I do know I never went through all the challenges. I went through some of them, just not all. Yeah, I mean, for the Melee version, with the exception of those impossibly difficult challenges, it was a fun game, and I had a lot of fun at least unlocking everything I could. Now there's Worms Armageddon. Goddamn. Yeah. In retrospective, I wish I would have known just how impossible that training was. I could get things done to a certain point, like with the bazooka, the super sheep, and whatnot. It was that damn ninja rope challenge. I guess you're supposed to hit a certain point, and then use momentum as you're being pulled to swing around, let go of the rope, deactivate the rope, then swing, spin around, and then hope and pray that the next ninja rope shot actually hits a certain way, and then you can complete the challenge. God damn, that was just absolutely impossible for me. Yeah, as for what I would change, I mean, I would have put in a way to actually maybe nerf the difficulty on the mission. Maybe change the layout after so many fails, just to actually make it possible for people to actually go on to the next mission. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I can barely control that damn ninja rope. I can control it to point out, just shoot and stick up there. Now go up and come back down to safely land somewhere, and then use a certain other weapon, or maybe use the ninja rope again, because in some instances it is either one use is reusable a couple times, or it's you use one, now use another, and use another. I don't understand what Team 17 was expecting with people to do some Olympic level gymnastics with a perfect timing in order to beat that damn level. Oh gosh, the Mario Kart series. Goddamn, because in retrospective, I started this series between those two, and hell, even as of right now, I do have the Game Boy Advance version, because someone in my live chat, sorry, I've completely forgotten your name, but they said, hey, you should definitely do the Mario Kart 64 version. And I started doing some research, and hey, found out that there was a Super Nintendo version of Mario Kart that came out before 64, kind of paving the way, so to speak. However, in that one, I just absolutely, positively loathed it with a furious passion, because how ridiculously overpowered the AI kart drivers were. I mean, I could barely control anything. I got one power-up per lap. Yet somehow the AI, well, Bowser had infinite fireballs. Yoshi had infinite eggs. Princess Peach had infinite mushrooms. Both Mario Brothers had infinite star-ups. Just what the ever-living hell? I do not, because I could occasionally get a star power. I could occasionally get a mushroom or an egg or a fireball, and of course the shells. But do the AI get limitations on one per lap? No, they have infinite. Ugh. Yeah, the 64 version was a bit better in that, but I could at least win the 50cc. I couldn't win the 100 or 150. As for Super Mario Kart, damn. I honestly would have taken away the infinite AI superpowers. Would have put them on the same level as the player. Because that was just absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, the 64 version fixed that. I wish there was some way to up my cart, so up the cart that I'm playing as the player, so that way I could have the same level of a starting and movement power that the AI has. I mean, how is it right from the very first starting line, they've already completely lapped me before I made the first turn? Okay. I am over-exaggerating a little bit, but I mean, it's like, okay, I'm trying to go, and they're, every single other cart is passing me, and I'm just, how in the ever-living hell am I supposed, I can understand, being, in, the first, somewhere within the mix of all the carts, and every now and then, okay, get hit by something. But, I mean, just being in last place constantly was absolutely ridiculous. How am I supposed to win Mario Kart 64 when the other carts have so much more power, have so much better control in the turns, and just do so much better overall? What am I supposed to do? Yeah, then, wow. So, Mario Party 1, which I have the 64 trilogy of Mario Party games. I don't have beyond that yet. Give it time. And in retrospective, it was a very fun game. This was one of those games where I had some connection issues trying to keep the tethered connection, because sometimes I'd accidentally just barely graze against the cord that held the tethered connection, and boom, oh, you lost the connection. Oh, boom, the stream's done. Screw you. Excuse me? What the hell? But I mean, that's more of a scuff issue on my end, not with the game. Because the game was a lot of fun. And while the AI would often target me a lot, because it was more targeting, oh, you want to steal a star? Obviously, you're going to steal from whoever has the most amount of stars, which was quite often me, or taking coins. Again, often that would be me who would have the most amount of coins. And honestly, if I had the RNG of wherever they landed and whatever was happening, I probably would have done this exactly the same. As for because I mean, there was the just random map story mode, and then there's minigame island. There was a couple other things, and I kind of wish I would not have gone every single which way initially. Just explore a little here, explore a little here, explore a little there. I wish I would have gone, you know what, I'm gonna go right here and just go as far as I can. But even still, it was a lot of fun, and hell, honestly, there's only one thing that would really change, which is how to acquire stars to unlock more things, because I think it's at some point, I think Bowser steals something, and you have to get, I think he steals all the coins, and you have to get at least 100 stars, or does he steal some, I don't know. I do know it was get 100 stars to unlock the final map level. I think it's once you beat every single map or something, then Bowser steals something. And then you have to go and collect 100 stars to go after the final map, and then it's Bowser's personal map or something. And then, yeah, win that, and then get everything back. I really wish that there would have been an easier way to get more stars, because I kind of cheaped out just by taking just by taking the controller out of the first player slot, and then in the second player, like, oh hey, this is now a player character instead of an NPC, and then do the same for the third and the fourth. That way I could acquire all the stars gathered in the entire board map. I really wish there would have been an easier way to get more stars rather than like essentially cheaping out and like being a cheap ass and doing that. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. Because honestly, if I hadn't done that, it easily would have taken me 2 to 3 months, even on like 7-8 hour streams, just to get that done. Okay, let me move on. So there's, God, Dynasty Warriors 1. Ugh, god damn. In retrospective, I'm glad I just got it over and done with. Because should anyone ever ask me to do a stream or any kind of let's play of a 1v1 fighting game in the future, I'll just say, oh hell no. Go check out my Dynasty Warriors 1 streams and you'll understand why I'm not doing that. Even putting the AI on very easy, I still could barely get any kind of victory in. As for what I change, aside from the ridiculousness and impossibleness, definitely the character selection UI, user interface. After all, there are certain characters that get unlocked, but you can only select them by moving like the selection cursor off screen one way or the other. They should have had their own slot, even if like the UI is either a static and just like, hey, here are some characters, and then question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Hey, these are characters you can unlock. We're not going to reveal them to you until you unlock them. Or maybe just like evolve. Well, I am talking about PS1 era, but who knows? Maybe there could be an evolution of the character selection UI where it's just like, oh hey, here are all the characters. Oh, what's this? You've unlocked another? Well, let's rearrange and then eventually, hey, here's every single character. Just select which one you want. Honestly, I do believe that every single character should have had their own visible card for a selection, not going off screen to select them. Oh god, so the first, I'm coming into something from 2025 now. God, the first heroes of Might and Magic. Ugh. Yeah, in retrospective, I wish I had known more about that first iteration. Because I remember playing the second as a kid, and the difficulty scale, like, of the first one was just absolutely ridiculous. Because I don't know what the hell those game developers were thinking, but they expect you to just like bum rush through everything, sacrificing one hero after another. It's like every single week they just expect you buy a new hero and then blow them up with an army, and then the initial armies, which have been worn down by battle after battle, even if they've won, they have been worn down. But every single week, you should buy a new hero, start a brand new army, and then essentially send the other heroes with the tired and worn out armies as cannon fodder while you go up and, like, what the hell? I don't want to do that. I mean, there is every single map, there's actually a significant amount to explore, and I'd like to go through and explore, rather than just go. Yeah, it's like the game expects you to just bum rush straight to the objective, and never mind all the other cool stuff that is in every single map. Because, I mean, I do not know how long the game developers spent on that game, but it had to take a significant amount of time to design each individual map. Like, even if some things are a little random, it had to take a significant amount of time to like draw in like the different details, like especially when like different terrains and whatnot. It had to take a significant amount of time. So why just skip over enjoying and appreciating all that just to get to the objective? As for what I would change, well, I kind of more or less covered that. Just let the player explore without being constantly and endlessly hounded by the AI and being constantly overwhelmed by what they do. I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to be whelmed. Cause I mean, hell, the AI is seemingly not even affected by the fog of war. They know exactly where all the best artifacts, where the best equipment is, and what layers exactly to go to in order to like power up. But in the meantime, the player is being constantly rushed by the AI, and with absolutely no idea about what potential dangers are around the next mountain bend, if I can say that without getting tongue tied. Well, I guess I just did, but still. Now, Diablo 2, goddamn. In retrospective, I really, really wish I would have been able to play it with at least one other person. I mean, it would have made the nightmare mode maybe slightly more bearable. As with someone else, perhaps like the denizens of hell would be a little more manageable, because they wouldn't all be rushing on one player. They'd be kind of spread out between two. As for what would I change, dear God, because I that final stream that I did of Diablo 2, I died 30 different times in just 3 hours. 30 times in 3 hours. God damn. I wish there was some kind of enemy scaling. And I know. There have been games that have failed at enemy scaling, but for a game like Diablo 2, I honestly think that would have been a little better, because it would have made the grinding for more experience more unnecessary, because it's just the enemies are always going to be scaled depending on which difficulty. In normal, the enemies would be handleable, if that's not even a word, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And then in nightmare mode would have been a challenge, but not completely unfair. And then in hell would have been a significant challenge, but still beatable. Okay, finally, the final game of 2025, which I've still got some to do. Well, I've got some streams that I would want to do. Wow, Gears of War Reloaded. Man, what an absolute fun game. I loved every single minute of it. And going back through something that I haven't touched since the late 2000s. And also that the first one, being able to stream with a friend, was an absolute blast. I mean, I never actually played on Xbox Live back in the day, but that the one time, and honestly, that's probably going to be the only time I do Gears of War online. It was a challenge, to say the least. Yeah, at least it was interesting and fun. As for what I would change, nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. There were certain portions of the story that I couldn't remember, but that was what made it so much fun. I mean, yeah, like I said, I did play through the game a long time ago in the late 2000s, but because I couldn't remember it, it was essentially experiencing that game for the first time. Actually, there is, now that I think about it, there is one thing I would change. Just one thing. The ammo capacity. I mean, hell, even in multiplayer, I ran out of ammo a few times, and then in single player, it's like, okay, I have to constantly search for ammo. Which, I mean, I can understand. It's like kind of a post-apocalypse with little, like, the military controlling most of the civilization, and at least one pocket of civilization, which, like, there's a whole few chapters of a campaign, or no, a few parts of a chapter in the campaign that kind of signify, oh hey, there's a pocket of civilization that manages to survive, which does indicate that there are other pockets. And like I said, I understand that, hey, ammo is not just super duper plentiful, you have to go search for it. But the limit on the ammo capacity, god damn. like trying to get that the giant T-Rex and kill the pilot, so that way we could lure it into the power conduits to complete a circuit. God damn, that was just absolutely ridiculous on trying to get it, because both Chaz and I kept running out of ammo constantly and failing that mission time and time and time again. But honestly, that's really the only one thing I would change, just a slight increase to ammo capacity. Yeah, and okay, that's it for the different games I've streamed up through 2025, which, like I said, I've still got some Gears of War streams that I want to go through, but I mean, really, it's not going to be that much of a difference. So, new social media. Well, okay, you saw probably the beginning of Wild Wednesday and the beginning here. Well, the newest one being Reddit, because I already have a Reddit account, so it just makes sense to have, like, say, hey, go follow me there. So I've already posted a number of things there, and it'll, like, as for the future, like, as I increase and start posting more and more there, it'll essentially be the same as when I posted on, or as what I already post on Twitter and YouTube. And there might actually be some more unique things over on Reddit, because, like, posting different subreddits depending on the topic and the rules and whatnot. And hell, like, you know, I can kind of show off, like, more games that get added to my collection. So, hell, yeah, go on over to Reddit and drop a follow real quick right over there. And while I don't have any kind of dedicated subreddit or anything, that's always a possibility at some point in the future. Yeah, as for the X Twitter, I mean, that's pretty much the same as ever. But Discord, wow, okay, so by the time, well, okay, for both, by the time things come out in January, Let's Plays, streams, shorts, Wild Wednesdays, Thursdays, Supercuts, Intermediary Vlogs, so on and so forth, I will be providing links rather than just putting the handles in the description, because that'll just make things easier for people to follow links. A small caveat: since any link for Discord is only good for a month, I will try to remember to create and provide a link a day, maybe two, before a video short becomes public. As for, like, the stream, it'll just be like, oh, let me grab the link real quick and put it in. Yeah. However, there's always the possibility that I'll forget. So if I don't do that, feel free to remind me with a comment, and I'll get it fixed as soon as I have a moment. As for, like, the Discord itself, like, I have here the Discord logo with discord.gg/OSG. That is a custom link I hope to one day have, at least once the server has enough members. Yeah, for now it'll just be a generic random, the generic random string of whatever the hell Discord decides to come up with, until I can get, like, a proper custom link, which I need, like, a significant number of members in the Discord in order to do that. Now, given that this is the anniversary Thoughtful Thursday, I was honestly thinking about just doing the comments right at the end of this, along with the Otaku Box. But goddamn, I have been talking for so damn long that I'm actually gonna do that in a separate one, which will kind of help the algorithm and so on and so forth. So I will catch you in the next one. I'll be going through comments, I'll be going through the Otaku Box, and I hope to see you there. So Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell so you can always be notified whenever I upload another video. Go follow me on my other social media linked in the description. And as always, have fun.